It is Monday, August 17th, and welcome back to the Very Real Podcast, a one stop shop for gamers to get their weekly dose of worldwide news and politics. I'm your host, Great Value, and with me is Vic. Hi, Vic.
Hello, hello. What's going on?
Um, not much. What's going on with you?
Oh, not much, not much. Not too much either.
Okay, well, there's unfortunately a few. We're back to there being a lot of news again, and I don't like that. That makes me really
Hmm,
sad. But
good.
I over the past weekend, I finally finished my master's degree and got to turn in my final assignment for hopefully
Yes.
AY. I want to continue with my higher education so that I can be indoctrinated and hopefully come out on the other side trans, because that's what college does, right? It turns you trans.
Oh
I
yeah,
bought the
oh yeah.
shark. I bought the shark. Ooh, my cat just
I
meowed.
transitioned 3 times already.
Really? So you transitioned, then transitioned back, then I'm not gonna question it. But did you do anything
Yeah.
fun this weekend, Victor?
Oh, this weekend? Yeah, just I moseyed around the house
What?
pretty much.
That. Honest to God, sometimes I wish I had the lack of things in my schedule to just mosey on about.
The mosey.
It is truly a blessing to just get to do nothing for a weekend. But I got to
No
pet
news
my
is good
cat.
news.
I got to finish my oh yeah, I got to finish my masters. I got to see my father. I got to uh, prep for work because I got to do that now. And
Hmm,
oh boy, but
those
we
study times.
have five absolute banger news stories to get into this week. So as always, we're going to be playing 5 games of Smash Brothers in quotations while discussing 5 news articles and 5 news topics for the week. So, first news story, first news article. North Korea's back in the news.
Hmm.
I can't believe that we're discussing North Korea. Except this time it's kind of for a good thing. So last week, South Korea formally proposed uh, talks to end the Korean War with North Korea. Did you know that they were still in a war?
I I guess I found out today that they technically still are.
Yeah. What's odd to me is that they have been in a war. Like I knew on some level that they never really ended the war, but it's just weird seeing that they've never formally ended the war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so over or last week, the president of Korea made a formal announcement or made a formal proposal to end the Korean War with North Korea, and the president being Lee. I'm gonna mispronounce this name. Lee. Yeah, for the sake of not getting
Lee,
canceled, I'm not going to pronounce it. I don't want to get canceled by
Lee
accident.
Jae-myung.
Uh, Lee Jae Myung. Is that how you say it? I.
That's how we'll say it.
That's how we'll. Okay, so I'll just call him President Lee because we're cool like that. Do you remember
Yes.
back in like elementary school or in middle school when your teacher would say you gotta call 'em by their last name to show that you respect them, that you know they're not your friend. Well, guess what,
Yeah.
President Lee, you are a friend of mine,
Yep.
and I want you to know that you can call me by my first name, Great, instead of Mr. Value, which is how everyone should address me by. But the Korean War has been going on, or has been what is it? Has been put on pause since the 50s, and because there's no peace treaty that was ever signed. There was an armistice that was done, I think, in 1953, if I remember correctly. But ever since then, there have been kind of a standoff between the North and South Korean countries. But I truly okay. I know that like it's unlikely, but stranger things have happened. I genuinely believe that there will be a unified Korea within our lifetimes. Kim Jong Un's daughter from reports that have been circulated, seems to be a little more, I guess, willing to come to the table negotiation. However, these are completely rumors that I just made up right now.
See, oh. Oh, you have me believe it.
But
Oh,
it
no.
sounded believable, right?
Yeah.
But no, very little is known about Kim Jong Un's daughter because he kind of shields her from the public light. But I'd like to believe, that's my headcanon, that she is more willing to negotiation than her father. But what President Lee from South Korea proposed was a multi-layered security system near the demilitarized zone to discuss North Korea's denuclearization program. Because believe it or not, North Korea has nukes, and so it's scary to think that North Korea has nukes. However, there have been talks to stop that. Like Trump has attempted to communicate with Kim Jong-un to demilitarize North Korea, but those talks have inevitably failed. But this goes on to the second part about what I wanted to discuss today. It turns out Trump is more in line with North Korea than with South Korea.
Yeah.
So Trump,
Yeah.
this comes from CNN, but Trump says that he will reduce military exercises with South Korea, citing lack of help in the Iran war. Which, guess what? We're gonna talk about again for like the 15th fucking time ever. And this decision by Trump is a clear sign that he sort of, I guess, prefers one Korea to another, because Trump has been on record saying that he views a friendship, or he is friends with Kim Jong-un, and sort of admires him. And I mean this with, like, I guess in the nicest way possible, but I wouldn't want to be friends with Kim Jong Un.
Yeah. My
I
authoritarian brother.
I think that's a bad thing to be friends
Yeah.
with a dictator,
Yeah.
with like a despotic regime. I I don't I don't know. I don't know. But
Like,
President Lee, the Korean president, has expressed hope that the two nations, North Korea and South Korea, will have a peaceful coexistence and mutual growth. This is a direct quote that he said in reference to the proposed meeting. But over the past few years, the previous president, Yoon Suk Yeol, again, I'm sorry for mispronouncing his name. I don't want to get hashtag canceled. But if you remember, he was the president who got impeached for
oh yeah.
declaring martial law. But
Yeah.
he soured relations with North Korea and China, which is an ally of North Korea. And what and so Lee is trying to salvage whatever relationship he can, because again, a nuclear Korea is not exactly a Korea that we want. I think Korea has around 15 to 20 nukes that they are ready to launch at any time, and it's kind of scary. But what's crazy to me is that Trump said, "Oh, we're going to end these programs with Korea, with South Korea, because these military exercises were, done in the event that North Korea would, I guess, act on or be aggressive towards South Korea." And it was I guess I wouldn't necessarily say a necessary thing for South Korea to have, but it was just a gesture of goodwill, I guess, that the North American or like that the United States was there to support South Korea in the inevitable event that North Korea would do something bad. But Trump says, fuck that. We're not doing that anymore. That was crazy to me. This was, I'm going to paraphrase a quote from him, but he said, like, we're paying too much money for these stupid exercises, and South Korea is doing nothing to support us. Like, we don't want to waste money on our military because the U.S. taxpayers are paying for this. And I wonder if there's any other military things that our government is doing
Yeah.
that we might talk about
Hmm.
later. But I wonder if I can find the direct tweet. Based on my this comes from Trump. But based on my very good relationship with Kim Jong Un of North Korea, I'm not happy with the fact the United States has long ago agreed to participate in joint military exercises with South Korea. These exercises are not only costly, but much of these costs paid for by the United States of America, as usual, will send a signal that it is totally inappropriate and hostile to a country that, as long as Donald J. Trump has been president, has been unthreatening and respectful. So, Vic, how do you feel about this?
I don't know what to feel. There's a lot happening in this. What? Like, okay, we're buddies with North Korea. We're pulling out of these joint exercises, I guess, and I,
Like, from my very short reading and from what I have glanced over in like South Korea American relationships, a lot of these exercises were largely symbolic of like as a way for us to maintain a good relationship with South Korea,
Mhm.
because like we really don't need to do these joint exercises. They're not they're like, if North Korea is going to do something, they're going to nuke somebody. And so these exercises are largely pointless, I guess.
Yeah.
But this was clearly a sign that Trump is favors one Korea over another, and it ain't exactly the good Korea. It's very rare in like the world where we have like an objectively bad guy, and I think Kim Jong Un is one of those bad guys. I think
Yeah.
I don't want to get political again, but I'm
Uh,
anti Kim Jong Un. Actually, Kim, if you want to get on the pod and defend your image, feel free to come on. I'd love to play a few games of Smash with you. So, any closing thoughts,
yes. Yes.
Vic, on
Yes.
on fucking
I guess.
Trump
I guess.
loving North Korea?
I guess they're tight buddies. What's the chance we see a unified Korea?
No, like if I had a Kalshi. Oh, today's episode is brought to you by Kalshi, by the way. If you use my promo code GR8, you get 0% off your next bet. But if I were to make a Kalshi bet, it would be for a unified Korea. I don't know. Call me hopeful, but I think it could happen. Stranger things have happened, like Trump
we should
becoming president.
we should be full of hope.
Yeah, I'm injecting that hopium. But all I can say is
Oh yeah.
Kim Jong Un, hop on the pod. I'd love to have you on. Okay. So for our next story, we're going to be discussing. I want to ask you a question,
Yes.
Mr. Vic. I
Mhm.
propose to you two things:
Okay.
diarrhea forever, or ice cream for everyone.
Well, I've been counting my calories recently, and oh, I don't know. Think about the gas prices, man. Uh, Ice cream, ice cream. Who really needs ice cream?
That's what I'm saying, which is why I voted for diarrhea forever. So great news. There's more salmonella outbreaks and more food
Oh,
recalls. So, friend of the pod, Taylor Farms, recalled jalapenos and other fresh produce such as guac and salsas from their stores, citing a salmonella outbreak. So Taylor Farms both sells, I guess, in bulk to grocers across the country and individually through their own brand. And so a lot of stores like Kroger are also recalling some things like guac, lettuce, not lettuce, jalapenos from their menu. And so this not only includes retailers, but also includes restaurants like Chipotle, Qdoba, and other Mexican restaurants. And that's bad because if you recall from earlier on the pod, um, Taylor Farms had a lettuce
Yeah.
outbreak from
Yo,
Cyclospora, which
yo,
did end up killing people. Like that. Uh, Towards the end of the year, I want to do like a wrap up episode where I just go over like 20 news articles over and like 20 news stories that we went over for the year, and then just like bring up what happened. And one of those was the Taylor Farms things because people ended up dying from that Cyclospora outbreak. But
yeah.
I think it was like 4 people. But Taylor Farms had another fucking what is it? Another recall for their fresh
Yeah.
produce. And it's not just from their brand, from their name brand, but also from like I said previously, from like Kroger's Simply Fresh line, um, Walmart from their Great Value label. And so it's we're having diarrhea forever.
Yeah.
And what's great to me is that this wasn't the only outbreak that happened this week. Eggs. Eggs too.
Oh, this one is
And so there was an egg recall by the
great.
FDA. This was the highest level of recall that they could do. It basically said that, oh, we're all gonna fucking die. And so the health officials from the FDA are investigating more salmonella outbreaks from mostly southern-based egg farms or egg suppliers. And what makes me so sad was that I love eggs. I love eggs. But there's been a bunch of hospitalizations from both the jalapeno outbreak and the egg recall. And over 1.6 million eggs have been recalled. And in the jalapeno outbreak, there have been 345 people who've gotten sick. There's been 36 hospitalizations. And with the egg recall, there have been, I think, 26 hospitalizations. And
Oh man.
but thankfully, no one has died yet. And so, like, fingers crossed that this is about as bad as it gets. That just people shit out of their doo doo ass. But it's it's not good.
It's just
It's-
ain't no produce safe right now. I don't know. Considering like it's like the defunding done and like Doge,
Yep.
like random like environmental policies that they just considered like not essential, and
Yep.
how much that has like backfired.
Yep.
I'm honestly feeling like there's like a compounding effect happening.
Well, obviously.
Well, we're witnessing it, but like how bad?
Oh, really fucking bad. It's
bad
terrible.
how bad can it get? How much worse can it get?
But like we went over this, I think it was like 1 or 2 weeks ago, where the numbers are not true to what they should be because getting tested for like cyclospora, getting tested for diarrhea, getting tested for salmonella is expensive. And so not everyone is insured because, you know, Medicare costs are through the roof. Not everyone has access, or not everyone who even has insurance can get tested because they may
Yeah.
have to pay the out-of-pocket premium because it may not be covered under all insurance. Because again, we had cuts to Medicare and Medicaid. So
Yeah.
this is just like I pun very much intended. It's been a shitstorm,
Yeah.
and it doesn't look like it's gonna get better because it already happened once, and it very well might happen again. We had the fucking screwworm shit that happened that gave everyone a scare and made all meat cost $1 billion. We've had the
Yeah.
lettuce outbreak, and so for the people who wanted to be healthy, and to the vegans who again wanted to be healthy, they're gonna be shitting out of their doo-doo ass. And to the people, we had like the fucking, we have the egg breakout, and people who love eggs like me are gonna be shitting out of their doo-doo ass. And
Yeah.
all these cuts to necessary government programs are coming to bite us in the ass. And so I ask you yet again, in this upcoming election, are you voting for free puppies or diarrhea forever?
Well, puppies, it's like another living organism to take care of in the house,
It's another
I don't know if I have the
organism
time or the
who can
energy
have
to.
cyclospora.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Vic, of diarrhea forever?
I it's a little doomed. I can't lie.
A little.
It's a Jover.
No, it's never Jover. But I think it's I think it's like, if you work for Taylor Farms, do you feel like a little bit bad? Do you feel just like any remorse or any guilt for giving everyone diseases and killing their families?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe they fired their.
Someone's getting fired, man. Someone's getting fired.
On top of whatever layoffs to like their
Their
oh, they're like quality
Wait.
assurance.
Their quality assurance, yeah, their people are getting fired. But I gotta check Taylor Farms's stock ticker. I wonder what it's
Oh.
like. It is it has largely plateaued. It has not gone up or down within the past month. Wait, let me check their year to date.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone very down. It is not looking good.
Oh.
Wait, you hold on. You know what they say? Buy low, sell high.
Yeah.
So I think right now this is financial. No, I'm kidding. That actually could get me like
Start
really.
shorting the Taylor Farms.
No, this
stock.
could. What I was gonna make a joke, but it was going. It would have gotten me like
This is-
super. Like I could have gotten super sued. But
This
is not financial advice. Do not buy Taylor Farms or buy Taylor Farms. I don't know. Do not take financial advice from me.
Yeah.
Okay, but I cannot imagine that the CEO of Taylor Farms is going to have a job anytime soon because of how truly horrendous his decision making has been in regards to what has happened. Like, you know those people who like who are incredibly unhealthy and have not eaten like an apple within like the past decade?
They're now the healthiest person.
They they are now probably the healthiest individual on the planet. Their body has not consumed any a fresh piece of produce within like the past decade, and now they will outlive us all because their body does not contain any infectious diseases, any imperfections. It is only healthy processed foods that have no contaminants. I gotta okay. Maybe this is a sign to switch to a to an artificial food diet. I do not want to see any natural ingredients in my food from now on. My ass is only gonna eat factory made slop.
Oh yes, preservatives. I sure hope they do.
Yeah, my ass is only eating. You know, like those ugly ass gray patties that that they had on SpongeBob, where it's like they outsourced
Oh yeah.
where the Krusty Krab outsourced
Yeah,
their
it's just like full
food
of like slop
to
to
like a
maximize
third party
profits.
to maximize profits. Like they went to private equity. Yeah,
Oh
guess
yeah.
what? That's the healthiest Krabby Patty ever. That's not gonna give you diarrhea forever. So, any closing
Yeah.
thoughts on diarrhea forever winning the election?
Oh, wow. I wonder what new virus, what new bacteria is going to, what prehistoric bacteria is going to make a comeback.
The plague. We're having the bubonic plague come
We
back.
already had that, didn't we?
Oh,
Was it,
maybe. I don't fucking know.
within this administration, I think
Probably.
I think there
I
may have been.
I think it might. I don't fucking know, man. Every day I read the news and I wake up and I see that Trump I don't know, killed Jesus, and he's like, well, the guy was saying a lot of things that I didn't agree with. He he was saying like only poor people can go to heaven, and like he was talking about some camel or whatever, and I didn't agree with that.
Oh,
Okay, but this is health advice, by the way, from two gamers. Don't eat any fresh produce ever again. Only eat G Fuel, Gamer Sups, um, pizza bagels, chicken tendies.
oh yeah.
Actually, no, it contains chicken. That has
Oh.
that might actually kill you. Um, fuck. Eat.
uh,
Just
eat those
never.
like
If it's green, it's bad. That's all I
eat
can
those
say.
like Bean Boozled. Eat some Bean Boozled, bro. Bacteria don't like
Eat the lemon lime bean boozled. That's
that.
that's where you're gonna get your vitamin C for the day.
Yeah. Skunk spray or licorice?
That's true.
You seen that?
Dude, I had skunk spray. I had the bean boozled. Disgusting. All right. You know how last week I said I promised that I was gonna have a positive story for a third story?
I remember.
No, we're not.
Oh.
This was too interesting. So there has been a trend, and it's been ongoing for a while, according to this Guardian news article. Which, again, you can check all news articles in the description down below. But since like the early 2020s, there has been a trend called public gooning. And so I saw this news article and I had to talk about it. So in there was this guy, Anthony Oates, age 30. He got arrested for public gooning, which is what has the internet has dubbed what I'm about to describe. So what it essentially is you go to a store. More often than not, it is a store like Dollar Tree, Dollar General, stuff like that, and you masturbate. You just like fucking beat your meat in front of people, and I say this hopefully with zero pushback from I don't know an average person. What the fuck?
Well, actually, like,
But so I picked this when I first saw the article. I thought like, oh, this is like a silly little story. This is like a silly thing. No, no, it's not. This is not an isolated incident. There have been dozens of these public gooning incidents that have happened in states all across the country, from like Houston to, or from like Texas to Virginia to Colorado, Maryland. Just people are just going to specifically the dollar store and just jerking off in front of women, and how do you feel about this shit, Vic?
that is not right at all.
Oh wait,
Like,
that's kind of a hot take. You
like,
want to expand on that?
yeah, what is what is possessing these men to go do this in front of everybody? Dude?
Okay,
I don't-
what's crazy is that the initial article that got me into this, well, that like made me want to go over this today, linked a Guardian article that discussed the events of public gooning, and it wrote, and the author of this article wrote a genuinely good news article in regards to public gooning, and it went over into like the influx of like, or the massive surge of incels since the pandemic, and how they are doing acts like this, specifically to degrade women. And they had like a short little psychological study as to
Well,
why a person would even want to do this, and it was truly a fascinating read. And all I can say is the internet was a mistake because a lot of these gooners who do this kind of shit are formulating or are gathering around in like internet communities on like Reddit, 4chan, Discord, and it's fucking disgusting. But you know what's crazy too? This shit didn't start on the internet. It's like it's been going on since like the 80s with like Jeffrey Dahmer and shit. Jeffrey Dahmer did this.
Oh, what?
Jeffrey Dahmer did this exact thing, which is
They've
crazy.
been having incels since
We've been having incels since
probably, like,
I guess
300
sex
BC.
existed, since they invented sex back in 2004.
Yeah.
Or-
Even the jokes of like, you heard the joke of like cavemen just like hitting like women over with a rock to like
yeah,
procreate. That
they've existed
obviously
since the dawn of
don't know what
time.
that happened, but like the fact that like it's even like a joke, that like how like otherwise like
Yeah, I know what you mean,
yeah.
but it's crazy. And do you remember the story of the guy who the drive-through gooner?
Yes, yes I do.
And
And
it's so the article that the Guardian article that I was talking about does go into this guy and does like a little, I guess not exactly a deep dive, but talks about how there is a genuine epidemic going on with involuntary celibate people who are having issues with establishing connections with people, both women and non-women alike. And so it's, I hate to say that like, oh, society has failed these men, because of course there's a big difference from like masturbating at home, which you know, we've all done except for me because I'm not a filthy fuck like everyone else. But there's a difference between masturbating at home and doing what this guy does, or what this guy did, which is going to a dollar store and masturbating and ejaculating in front of women.
yeah.
And I I
There's just like malicious intent.
well, obviously.
Yeah.
Yo, who goes
I feel like
okay, Vic, be
I feel
honest with
like
me. Is there such thing as going in there with good intent?
as like
Being
a
like,
yeah.
oh no, you know what? I'm gonna masturbate in front of women, but you know, I want them to feel good about themselves.
all parties will benefit from this exchange.
No.
So
But
that was like obvious. Sorry.
they do it with obviously bad intent. But no, I know what you mean. But these gooning events, which I'm gonna keep calling them that because it's kind of funny, only happen at these or have predominantly happened. I don't know if they've only happened, but they predominantly happen at these low income stores. And what's sad is that these things are happening to people who shop at these stores because let's be honest, it's one of the only things that they can afford in this shit ass economy. And I don't want to be like, oh, it's Trump's fault, but guess what? I'm gonna fucking make it his
Hi.
fault, bitch. That girl who got cummed on, Trump's fault.
Yep.
It's his fault, believe it or not. But no, in all seriousness, there is definitely a there's got to be like a root cause to this, and I don't know if there's a fix for this kind of thing. And if there was, someone like me is definitely not going to come up with the situation or with the solution to it. But it's I hope that these involuntary celibate people find a fix, find something that will get them to stop doing this kind of thing to women for everyone's sake. And now that I just realized this, there actually is someone who is trying to do something for them, and I guess I would call them the opposite, the evil involuntary celibates. Andrew,
Oh,
friend of the pod, Andrew Tate. He's trying to fix
oh,
this, but we need like
yeah.
good, positive role models who aren't bad people, and I don't think we have enough of them. Vic, you should do that. You should get into being the fix for these young kids. You should start like a course.
Like
You
a
should do a
kill all men
Patreon.
course.
The kill all men course. Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Or oh, wait, you should do a save all men course. How about that?
Oh,
I like that.
yeah. These men need saving.
Yeah. No, honest to God, they do. So, but I,
This is like so like deeply rooted.
yeah. But what's crazy is that it's not just like these are happening in dollar stores, and these dollar stores are. There's an ongoing investigation, and I think there's an ongoing lawsuit into these dollar stores that talk about or uh, uh, that is centered over the understaffing, the unsafe working conditions, the uh unhealthy working conditions because these dollar stores, I don't know if you've been to one recently, but they're filled with roaches, they've got rats in them, they they have medicine that is improperly stored, and it's these dollar stores are generally just not well maintained, and it's an open secret, I guess, that these dollar stores are purposely maintained like this because it is cheaper to have a few health fine or a few fines or few health code violations and a few OSHA violations than it is to fully staff a dollar store. And I think it sucks that like these companies are doing their absolute best to not pay a single fucking dollar
Yeah.
in fines and stuff. Like from what I remember in the Guardian article, which I'll link at the bottom, the woman who initially brought the lawsuit to Dollar Store back in like 2023, she was found that that the Dollar Store was not liable for being cummed on by like a man ejaculating on her in the dollar store because according to Texas law, because this happened in Texas, uh she did not receive any bodily harm, like due to the fact that like she received no physical harm uh due to the wording of the law. The dollar store was not liable, and the dollar store was like, we don't fucking care, and
I
they didn't pay out like any what is it, I don't know what I forgot the legal word for it, but they didn't pay out any compensatory fees due to just the nature of how the lawsuit worked. And it sucks that this
yeah.
shitty ass store, I'm not gonna lie to you, dollar store, shitty ass store, their management, their legal department, they're all shitty. They're all bad people. And I wish corporate dollars treat the worst. So how do you feel about what was the last time you went shopping at the dollar store, Vic?
It's probably been years.
I went there on Monday, or I went there last Monday. I need to get stuff for my workplace,
Okay.
but it was a pretty shitty spot.
Like,
Thankfully, no one cummed on me. So, any closing thoughts on the public Gooning?
yeah, I think this whole situation obviously is like reflecting on like how little like these corporations like care about the general wellness of the people, right? This is
Yeah.
going on to your point on like how expensive like the groceries are. Like
Yeah.
pretty much like since like COVID, I think these corporations pretty much realized that like, oh, we could actually just charge like whatever for
we could
these groceries
we could
and
charge whatever for so people could live.
yeah. Competitive prices, but if we all raise it at the same time, it's still competitive.
That's what I'm saying. Uh,
So now you've got like 80/20 ground beef at like 10.99 a pound.
yeah, we talked about that. But what's crazy to me is that the dollar store cuts down on literally every cost. And due to that, their stores are generally unsafe, not only in terms of sanitation, in terms of health, in terms of like workplace safety, but also for women to exist in them. Women just can't even go to
Yeah.
the dollar store without genuinely being in fear of having someone beat their meat in front of them and slinging their baby gravy on them. It's heinous. You know, as a protest, I'm never gonna shop at a dollar store again until they have a woman CEO. Wait, I gotta find out who the dollar store CEO
Oh,
is. If the dollar store CEO is a woman, then I take everything back. Okay, no, it's a man. Obviously, it's a man.
yeah.
Dog ass company. All right, so on to our next topic. Uh, so we won the war in Iran, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it ended.
It's done.
It's done. It's over.
It's done. All the troops are back home
It's
and enjoying
over.
the nice American life with the nuclear family
That's
that they're
true.
able to raise.
Well, apparently it's not over. I mean, despite what we've been told for years, forever. But the Navy sailors on the USS Abraham Lincoln have been going through literal hell. So they've been deployed for like 200 plus days, which is getting close to beating the record, which was set I think in 2025. So just
Oh,
last year,
under
which
the
was like
same
300 days
administration.
under the same administration, which we'll get into. Like every story is a Trump story today. Uh, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make the wait. No, all stories today are gonna be about Trump. But I hate this country. But the USS Lincoln has been in deployment for a long ass time due to the war in Iran, and due to this, they're running out of food. They're running out of toiletries. They're running out of just things to keep them alive, and so this is resulting in lowering or lower morale in the ship, and it's led to some people on the USS Lincoln to try and take their own life. Thankfully, no one has actually successfully committed in taking their own life. They were able to rescue the people before they passed, which is a good thing. However, I don't think that sailors who are serving their own country should be put in this position. Like, this is not typical. This is
Yeah.
like this level of deployment is not is completely out of the ordinary. And so what adds to it is that not only have these sailors overstay or have gone farther than their deployment should have been, so they've been deployed for a long ass time, but they are also working these comically long days. So some days they're working like 12 to 16-hour shifts with no like break. They are working these consecutive days, so they're working through the weekend. They're working past their scheduled days just so that they can get the ship functioning. Because believe it or not, the ship that is being deployed out for fucking years is in the Strait of Hormuz and dealing with Iran. And so this very
Uh,
necessary war that we are fighting in order to preserve freedom and democracy everywhere and to keep our oil prices low is directly resulting in sailors who trying to take their own lives. And it's really shameful that a country like the United States of America, who is supposed to be this beacon of democracy, beacon of freedom, and it's supposed to have like the greatest military in the world, where the soldiers are taken care of, are given these great pensions, are they're treated like shit now. They're treated horrendously, and and I'm trying to find the quote by Trump, but the quote from Trump basically was like, frankly, they haven't been out long enough. And like clearly this was like a super insensitive comment that pissed everyone off.
Yeah.
But Pete Hegseth is even trying to like find out why the morale in these ships is so low. And Vic, do you have any insight as to why morale may be low in these ships?
They're really like fighting for their lives out there.
They literally are fighting.
There's just like insane conditions. Like, pretty sure they're like super low on rations.
Oh yeah, no.
just, like-
According to one unnamed source, because they're trying to protect their identity, the food that they were given for one meal was rice and some tortilla and two tortillas.
Uh,
And so a lot of loved ones are vocalizing their concerns as to why it's that they definitely need resupplyment, that they need to come back, that they need to have their family and friends be cycled out and not have to deal with this horrendous travesty. But there have been a lot of like mental health crises that have happened on the ship, as I have talked about previously. But like thankfully there are like pastors, mental health professionals, and psychologists that these people can see on board. But it's real bad. It's real bad.
yeah, this is just like insane conditions that, again, like, honestly, like, I don't know if the government cut downs and spending have just like attributed to like this sort of situations to like happen, where you have like overworked soldiers just like out here floating out for some reason to fight a good war that we totally need to be
No,
fighting.
this war is necessary. It's justified because hold on. Let me open up Chat GPT very quickly and ask it. Oh wait, no, let me ask at Grok, come up with reasons why we need to fight the war. Okay, it's answering. Oh, Grok killed itself. Grok couldn't. Even Grok can't justify this fucking
Oh.
war. But okay, so I finally found the direct quote from Donald J. Trump. So this comes from this comes from the New York Post, friend of the pod, New York Post. So Trump shrugged off concerns on Friday, telling reporters the ship is moving right now or very shortly and is being replaced with another very similar ship. Asked if it was away from home too long while the U.S. confronts Iran, Trump responds with not nearly long enough. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was deployed for 266 days and 200 days in a combat zone, 200 days with like fucking guns and missiles firing at you. If my president were to say that, you know, like I'd have some I'd be a little upset. I would maybe consider leaving the military, and that's a genuine concern that a lot of these generals, commanders, admirals are facing. That they're genuinely worried that they're that the people in the Navy are not going to return, because like this is a truly life-changing experience. You know how like every now and then we see like a military movie that talks about like an American soldier dealing with like PTSD because he bombed a hospital too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna see a movie starring Brad Pitt about like about the war in Iran and why it caused him to go 3 weeks without toilet paper. It's gonna be crazy. I cannot believe that Trump would say that. Oh, this administration. I don't want to get political again.
Thankless.
Oh, that's true. Actually, wait, I didn't think about it like that. But this administration is gonna go down in history for being something. I don't.
I,
I don't know how to put it into words without being overtly anti-Trump. And on this podcast, we strive for a true centrist and a non-political bias. We try to present the facts and not be political, I guess. Uh, so Vic, how do you feel about all this?
uh, it's just insane. Right?
That's all there is to say
Right.
anymore.
Right.
That's all there is. It's
Yeah.
all.
Every news article is just like, oh my god. Oh no.
Every news story is diarrhea forever.
Yeah. Spiritually
Spiritually, physically.
and literally.
Okay, wait. This might be a genuine question. Abraham Lincoln or USS Abraham Lincoln tortilla or Taylor Farms lettuce?
Well, I think the tortilla is probably fine, even if it's from like a MRE.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, they made that like 20 years ago. Like, it's probably like the preservatives got me here. But like the lettuce, like
The
the chance
lettuce
to get
will.
sick, nah.
So the
No,
chance
bro.
with the tortilla is that it probably won't get you sick. The lettuce will get you sick. So any closing thoughts on Trump in creating a new psychological experiment?
This is my tax dollars. Our
Oh,
tax dollars.
yeah, and
To the
as any good podcast would do, this ties back into the first story where Trump was complaining about tax dollars uh, not being properly used in military drills with South Korea, but prolonging this war with Iran that we definitely won. By the way, we won it.
Yep, it's over.
We it was
There was a peace deal.
we are so successful that we won this war like 20 times already. That's
Yeah.
how successful it's been.
I
Oh,
watched
good
this
God.
ride.
So, dear viewer, dear listener, we have a friend who is in the Navy, and we genuinely hope that he is not having to deal with this hell. You know, hopefully he's given like some cushy ass office job where he sits in like a military base and does spreadsheets all day and looks at two monitors and talks about like Mondays and shit. I miss you, Juan. I miss you.
Yes, you won.
Okay, on to our last story of the day, and I think this was pretty funny. This was pretty awesome, and we get to dive into conspiracy theories because we're looking at
Yay.
it. We're looking at it from a lens of objectivity and military deceit. So, White House press secretary Karoline Levitt, friend of the pod by the way, announced that she is leaving the administration at the end of the month. So, Karoline Levitt, who is like 3 years older than us, she is in her 20s and she
Yeah,
was
she's
press
funny.
secretary. Fucking, and her husband's like 90 years old. She's like 1,000 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like more than double her age.
And I'm not even gonna talk about the fucking relationship. It's
Yeah,
stupid.
not the point.
But she announced that she's resigning to spend more time with her son, which is fair. And this is a long list of people who have left the Trump administration either voluntarily or for reasons that they've been fired. But that's not why I wanted to talk about this story today. Like, I think it's important to discuss it, and I think it's important that we talk about like people who are prominent in the Trump administration and they're coming and going, which shows like the instability of the current Trump administration, shows the instability in our government, and shows that we're dealing with a government that is unprecedented and that is not is not indicative of like a functioning democracy. But this is where you get to talk about the fun conspiracy theory. So I think it was like 2 months ago, Trump was flying out of Turkey, and there were some credible threats on the president's life, or there were some genuine concerns that Iran might do something to the president's plane. So Trump flew on a decoy plane, and there was a whole debacle that went on. He had to hide in a cart or something, but that's not what we're talking about. This. So in this decoy plane, Trump hid so we could save the president's life, because the president, of course, is the most important member of our government and represents our democracy, and is a key figure in policymaking and a key figure in leadership. And so his role is invaluable, not only as policymaker, but as a figurehead of this country. And so he kind of needs to fucking stay alive so that our country doesn't fall into disarray. But what was funny about this is on the official Air Force One, a few staffers were kept on board. And there's this conspiracy theory that Karoline Levitt left the Trump administration because of this whole decoy plane debacle. And this was perpetuated by Iran to, show like the dysfunction of the American government. But I think it's fascinating, and I obviously here on the Great Value channel and on the Very Real podcast, we don't we don't subscribe to any conspiracy theories, and we don't believe them, we don't perpetuate them. However, purely from an entertainment standpoint, that is an awesome conspiracy theory. It is awesome. But
I think we're going insane.
oh yeah, no, I just think it's cool. But
Absolutely.
it's but there is some credence to it. It's weird to see a press secretary step down from their position uh so abruptly. I mean, she is giving a few weeks leeway for Trump to find a new press secretary, but it's odd. It's unprecedented. It's definitely something that it's out of the ordinary. Like, this is not something that we would typically see in a normal administration. I don't remember who President Biden's press secretary was, but we never heard from them. They just existed. But with Trump, even like in his first administration, we had like Sean Spicer, and we had shit. There was like a bunch of them, but Sean Spicer was the one I remember the most. But
Mhm.
oh yes, Sean Spicer, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Stephanie Graham, uh, Kaylee McHenry. It's like a bunch of fucking people. It,
Yeah,
it's so it's there. There's got to be something there. Again, we don't lend credence to any conspiracy theory. We don't indulge in it. But it's fun. It's fun to speculate. But Karoline Levitt is the fifth woman in a high-ranking position to leave the Trump administration. All the women are gone.
it, yeah. All the women are gone.
So one of the things that, like, I guess Democrats, because they're spineless and obsessed with culture war issues, was like, oh, Trump is not gonna have a diverse cabinet. He's only gonna employ white men. He's not gonna have any representation in government. And that's true. That's true. They were 100% right. Every woman is gone, and and every single woman who resigned and left office, they were replaced by a man.
Yeah.
But shouts out to a friend of the pod, Christy Nome,
uh,
who left because she was horrible at her fucking job. She was so bad at her job that Trump thought she should have gone away.
yeah.
I miss her. But
Well,
to Pam Bondi, Caroline
Bondi.
Levitt, Christy Gnome, you're always welcome on the pod. We'd love to have you on.
Of course. Always.
I, I just can't believe that that all the women were replaced by men. I think that's awesome.
That's it.
Uh, fuck me.
I mean, like, obviously, like, she's leaving this role, like, to take care of her now 2 kids.
yeah, like
Right.
I think that's
I mean,
fine.
yeah, it's fine. I think it does, like, speak a bit on just, like, you know, the privilege of, like, being able to do that. There's definitely just a whole bunch of families where both parents need to be working full time to support
Yeah,
their kids.
good job, Vic.
And
Way to tie it to the economy.
Yeah, like they can't afford for either of the parents to like lose their job, or else they're like not making enough to like give their children like adequate care.
Due to inflation, 2 parents
They're-
have to work at the same time, and so she's
Yeah,
privileged to,
literally.
to be a stay-at-home mom. Well,
Big Mac used to be like a quarter.
Big Mac used to be free, but then
Yes.
socialism made you pay money. Due to communism, you now have to pay money for your Big Mac. Communism is when Big Mac costs more.
Explain it. Explaining it.
Explain the
to
economy.
An American in burger.
In burger.
Yeah.
But going back to the conspiracy theory, I think it's so cool. Like even the White House had to address it. Even the White House was like, "No, this is false. This isn't true. This isn't real." And like, come on, come on, like come on. There's gotta be something to it, because it would. I like to. Again, I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I think they're stupid. I think they're silly. However, sometimes it's just nice to have a little fun. And this is fun because everything that's going on in our country is burning. Everyone's dying of shitting out of their doo-doo ass. People in the military are trying to kill themselves. And so it's fun to think that Pam Bondi was like, I can't take this shit anymore, man. Because her job was really hard. She had to like every day go like, Trump is our Lord and Savior. Trump is 100% right. He's fighting for American freedom. The Iran war is good. The Iran war is justified. The economy's doing fantastic, and free puppies for everyone.
Yep.
And like, there's only so much that I bet she can take. I bet she was able to withstand. But Vic, are you gonna apply for the job, for the White House press
I
secretary
already
job?
sent my application. Yeah, I already went through the first round of interviews. Actually.
Oh, really? How did that go?
There was like 500,000 people at the place, and I don't know. I'm still waiting in line.
Oh, you're still waiting.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. How's the ICE application going? Like, did they hire you?
See, I read the application wrong. I thought it was the IC.
Oh,
IC application.
So you were applying for a cold frosted beverage?
Yeah. That one. Well, I don't know what that is, but like I saw it didn't come with benefits, so I was like, nah, maybe not.
Oh,
I would have enjoyed doing it, but you know, the benefits. I need benefits.
Yeah, they actually got you really good benefits, Vic. They like
Sure?
paid
I
off
must
your
have missed
student
it.
loans. They gave you like $100,000 signing bonus.
Oh,
So, any closing thoughts on Pam Bondi leaving the Trump administration?
the Caroline Levitt.
Oh yeah, sorry. All white people look the same to me, and you can quote me on that. Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so any thoughts on Christy Gnome leaving? That's another white person. No, but
I
Caroline
I
Levitt, yeah.
wonder what she's gonna do next.
I don't know. She's 28. She has her whole
She's
life
gonna
ahead of her. It would not be out of place for her to like go to Coachella. Like she'd fit right
yeah.
in.
Oh my gosh, she's like our age. Oh my
Dude,
god.
wait, hold on.
Oh, she's on
She
Elite Smash right now.
no. No, because my freshman year I was 13. And she would have been four. She's currently 4 years older than me. I don't know. It could have been possible that we would have gone to high school together. Like it could have been possible.
She's definitely like, yeah, she's 2 years older than me.
Dude, you could have gone to high school.
I would have
She's
been
the
walking
fucking
by her in the hallways.
So I don't know like the number off the top of my head because again, I'm not a fucking nerd. But the average age of like the a press secretary is definitely above 28. Like it's probably above 30 or 40. Oh man, how do these people
Yeah.
get those jobs? Why can't I get a job like that? Vic, if you ever become president, will you give me like a cushy ass job where I just lie all day?
I'm hiring all of my friends and family into high-ranking positions.
Oh, that's awesome. What are you gonna do?
It's what George Washington would have wanted.
Oh, like what's your company gonna do?
We're gonna build the Torment Nexus 2, the
Oh,
sequel.
oh, oh! I saw the movie the other day. I think, from what I remember, it said to explicitly build the Torment Nexus.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. What was the movie called again? Don't build the Torment Nexus. That's what it was called. And the sequel,
No, it
and
wasn't called that.
and the sequel, which was arguably better, was Don't Build the Torment Nexus 2. Really fucking don't.
Yeah.
Okay. So any closing thoughts on anything else? Any final words for yet? I'm losing my mind, man.
Me too. Me too.
Every
I'm already
week,
out of words. You heard me say this is insane earlier. This is insane.
every week, I read the news and I'm like, when is it over? When is it gonna? Did people feel like this like about like Reagan
Uh,
or like
probably
Jimmy
probably
Carter?
somebody did. Yeah, they saw Jimmy Carter
Yeah,
like,
Jimmy
oh
Carter was a shitty
no,
ass president. Oh, do you think like
oh good.
dude, do you think like in an alternative timeline where we had Smash Brothers during Herbert Hoover, they would be talking about the news like we would? They'd be like, "This dumb fuck is not like he's doing laissez-faire
Yeah.
in our shitty ass economy. Like I had to eat a fucking rat the other day. Like I couldn't pay for my local entry. I couldn't play Smash with my friends. And I had to eat a fucking rat. And Herbert Hoover is out here doing fucking nothing. God
That's
damn.
exactly what they would be saying.
Okay. As always, if you have any thoughts or comments about anything we talked about, please let us know in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions about future topics, let us know about that too. If we got anything wrong in this episode, which I very well might as well have, like I think I probably got like a few things wrong because
Me too.
I'm I'm working full time and trying to get my uh, and I just finished my master's, so I didn't have enough time to like
Hashtag
write or do enough detailed notes on this. But
hashtag employed.
hashtag employed, dude. I fucking hate being employed. I just want to. I just want to goon at the local dollar
Yeah.
store. But
Uh,
if we got anything wrong, feel free to correct me. I'm always open to being wrong and correcting my mistakes, like friend of the pod Noxel did the other day. If you want to support the channel, the best way is by liking, subscribing, and sharing this podcast with your friends. I will talk with you guys next week on the Very Real Podcast. Bye, everybody.
goodbye.